So today, once again, we are at Stanley Golf Course, driving range in New Britain, Connecticut. What a beautiful place. Today, or tonight, we're going to concentrate on your takeaway, specifically how you deal with your wrists. Do you not break the wrist on the takeaway? Do you break the wrist early, set the angle early, and do that? Or what? What do you do? What's the best way? Well, I'm going to give you some ideas of why you should do it a certain way, especially if you don't have that much flexibility like I don't, because you want to maximize your release coming down. You don't want to release too early unless that's your intention, to flight the ball a little higher perhaps. But anyway, if you're just taking a normal swing with a normal takeaway, I'm going to show you what you probably should do with your wrists. So come on back and we'll get started. Well, okay, if you have a lot of flexibility, you can try the no break technique of the, meaning just taking it back with the shoulders and hitting the ball. So no wrist cock coming off the ball. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. For me, when I do that, I automatically get a draw. Now, the plus side of that, no wrist break, is that you got to start with the shoulders, get the shoulders moving. And if you keep your body in balance and not move your head, you're going to hit a decent shot like I just did. That plays all day long. Let's try another one. No wrist break, just shoulder turn. Coming off the ball. Of course, I'm setting my weight back just a little before I take it back, so my weight gets on the back foot, but a little or no wrist break. That wasn't as good, but it was still good. All right. Now, the only problem I see with the no break takeaway is you're going to have to break it up here somewhere, and I'd rather get the break or the movement out of the way right away so I don't have to worry about that, because you could break your wrists several different ways up at the top. But if you're young and flexible, it's a lot easier to do than if you're an old guy like me with no flexibility. But if I'm taking it with no wrist break, I got to wonder, how am I doing? Am I doing it like this? How am I breaking it? Right? One more. No wrist break. Well, I'm hitting them good tonight. That works fine. But again, I'm worried about the consistency at the top. And you know what I mean. How you break it after having no wrist break. And you say, well, if your grip's good, you're going to break it pretty consistent. If you're flexible, you can have more freedom. If you're not so flexible, it might give you a challenge. Option number 2 is a big wrist break. Actually, you set the wrists coming off the ball. Okay? Let's try this one. I'm going to set the wrist right away. I think that was much better. But it actually, in many respects, is a harder swing to come through on because you're rigid. You set it, you set your path, and that's it. That's all there is to it. You're locked in. You got no flexibility in your body, in your arms, in your wrists. They're locked in. Which, again, if you're flexible, and I'm not, I'm experienced though, and I'm getting away with it tonight. Very muggy. Maybe I'm looser than usual. One more. We're going to set the wrists early. Take them up. Hit them like that. Okay, both those two, you could hear it, couldn't you? Both those two, I hit the pants off them. Better than no wrist break. But that's me, okay? Now, which one of those two do you think I do? I don't do any of them. There's a third choice. And I think for a guy that's my age, with limited flexibility now, this is the best choice. It's what I call the semi wrist break coming off the ball. And I talked about this in the video Simple Swing, how you make a simple swing, golf swing, my simple swing. How I have this cup here. Now those two other swings I made, the cup automatically got out of its own way. But I like to feel that if I start here and then I go like this, I'm going to hit the ball with less effort. I'm not going to feel like I got to kill it like those two. I hit them sweet, but I felt like I was killing it. I didn't have a smooth impact zone it feeling, like my wrists and everything were just meshing with my swing, and it's like a nice firm practice swing and the ball is just taking off, right? So what I do, and I told you this, I break right off the ball like this, but I stop when the back of the left hand is even with your arm. So there's no more cup. I stop, right? So I do start with a break, stop, continue, pointing the club at the ball. But as I come down, because I've only done like a half break or a quarter break, not even, if I swing relaxed, my wrist will actually break more as I come down. The easier I come down, the more my wrist will cock. So they're not, on those other two swings, they were cocked at the top of the swing, fully cocked. Whereas this way, it's partially cocked coming back, and then I leave it alone. And then when I come down, it seems like it's cocks more, and then I hit the ball and it's on its way. I didn't mention a third way to use your wrists. And all of you are saying, we know what that is, Tony. Because I mentioned it in another video, but I mentioned it as a drill. Ooh, is it muggy here tonight? I mentioned it as a drill, and that of course is it's not a one piece takeaway with a break, or it's not a set right away. It's no wrist break. No wrist break and then hit. Let's try that. No wrist break till you start downswing. That's not bad either. But that should give you an idea. Me, of limited flexibility, I'm kind of staying away from not breaking off the ball because my shoulder, I feel, it's in a good position, but kind of locks me up. And also, when you break right here off, that kind of locks me up too. And I'm, at my age, looking for flexibility swings, swings that help me be flexible. And the one where I partially break, take it, and then try to hit this way, I killed it with that. And then the other one was no wrist break, like a Steve Stricker, even the beginning of a Scotty Scheffler swing, no wrist break at all, and then let the wrist catch up on the way down. That's also very good. Well, you could try all three of these and see how they work for you. Some people swear by the setting the angle early. I know Lee Trevino used to do that. Jack Nicklaus was more of a one-piece takeaway. But try each one. See what they do for you. I'm sure you'll find one that works for you and your body type. Swing your body, baby. Swing your body. Till next time. Keep hitting them well.